see clearly now, the rain is gone.
Hello everyone, I'm back for our third round of our enrichment, which was the novel study of Minecraft, the island. So let's get started. Last time I finished up, I left you with a challenge, which was just to build a little dirt hut. Hopefully you guys had a chance to do it. If not, I'm just going to show you my hut. It's nothing fancy. It's just dirt, 4 blocks high, 6 blocks wide, all the way around. So here's the inside. Like I said, nothing fancy at all. You guys are better builders than I am, so you probably did something a little cooler than that if you were able to. If you get a chance to, though, try to work with me on these different challenges and builds in the novel, and I'll make a flip grid so we can share it and everybody take a look. And if there's something really cool, I'll take it and post it to Facebook, or our school Facebook, so everybody can take a look there. And I'll include it in the next video, so that would be cool. So anyway, let's you see there's no door. She didn't know how to craft a door when she first got there, which we'll read today. So she would just come in and place a block down so that nothing could come in, but we'll get to that later. So let's go ahead and jump back into our novel. When we left off, I believe we had just found that there was a zombie. Okay, so here we go. This was a zombie. I tried to retreat, bumping against a tree. The zombie closed. I dodged. Rotted fists smashed into my chest, throwing me back. Pain shot through my body. I gasped. It lunged. I fled. Numb with fear, I sprinted for the hill. I wasn't thinking, wasn't planning. Terror drove my every step. Something clacked in the darkness behind me, followed by a noise like whipped air. Something smacked into the tree in front of me. A feather-tipped, quivering stick. An arrow? Was the zombie armed? I hadn't noticed. I just kept running. Something red flashed to my right, a cluster of eyes, followed by a clipped hiss. I scampered up the slope of the hill, glancing back only when I was at the summit. The summit being the top, but summit's such a much better word than just saying the top. In the pale light of a rising square moon, I could see that the zombie was still coming. It was already at the bottom of the slope and beginning to climb up after me. Throat closing in fright, I tore my way down the eastern cliff. I slipped, fell to the bottom, and heard a sickening crack. Rrrr. I hissed as bolts of agony stabbed through my ankle. Where to go? What to do? Should I jump back into the ocean and try to swim away? I froze at the edge of the blackened water. What if that squid was still out there? And what if it'd gotten hungry? Another moan echoed across the starry night. I turned to see the zombie's head poke over the top of the hill. Frantically, I looked over for somewhere to go, someplace to hide. My eyes flicked back and forth, settling on the single block of earth I dug out earlier in the day. From it came the spark of a desperate idea. Digging! As the zombie started down the slope, I ran to the cliff below it and furiously tore into the earth. 1, 2, 3, 4 punches, and the first block in front of me came away. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the one behind it popped free. I could hear the ghoul approaching, each growing louder. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I cleared 4 earthen blocks right in front of me, 2 above and below, just enough for me to squeeze into the space. Deeper, my mind screamed. Get deeper! And if fate could talk, it would have sneered and said, you're not going anywhere. My fist bounced off something cold and hard. I'd hit solid rock. A few pointless punches told me I was trapped, the monster barely seconds away. I spun, saw the zombie, and set down a block of dirt between us. The ghoul reached over, smashing me in the chest. I flew back, hitting the stone cliff, chest aching, gasping for breath. I jammed the second soil cube on top of the first. Darkness fell. I was buried alive. That's a pretty creepy moment, I would say. Let's see. Let's take a minute. I'm just going to mark that right there so we know where we got to. Okay. Alright. And then let's go to Minecraft and see if we can kind of relive that real quick. Okay. And then. Okay. It's a zombie, right? He's not really that scary, is he? For me, because I'm in creative though, so that's kind of cheating. So, she did not have her house up yet, but there was this. Ooh, sounds kind of scary though. So the zombie started. Let's pretend he's chasing me. The zombie started chasing, and she came over to the edge of the cliff. And fell down, hurt her leg, but it sounded like she climbed. Didn't it say something about a summit? So let's say that she came over here. She climbed to the top of the mountain. This would be the summit because we're on the top. But then it said that she fell. Okay, and then the zombie followed her. So, but she couldn't do anything except dig because she didn't know what she was doing. So it says she dug 2 blocks, 2 blocks, and then she came over here, and the zombie was like right in front of her. Oh, that's a baby zombie. Let's get a big one. Ooh, okay. Okay, so anyway, so it was like this. She had 1 block between her and the zombies. And the zombie was trying to hit her, and then it hit her, so she put a 2nd block in between them. So if you can imagine, this is kind of what she was seeing. She's buried alive, it said. And you can hear the zombie growling, so that would be kind of freaky at night. So, let's go back over here, and we'll read some more. My tomb, which is basically what it was, isn't it? My tomb shut out light, but not sound. Zombie moans still rang in my ears. Hopefully you can hear that too. What if it could dig? What if I'd only delayed death by seconds? Go away, I shouted helplessly. Please just leave me alone. Gagging growls answered. Please, I pleaded. Unfeeling, uncaring, unstoppable moans answered. Wake up, I whispered. I've got to wake up! Wake up! Wake up! In desperation, I started jumping up and down, hitting my head against the ceiling, trying to jolt myself awake. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! I fell back against the stone wall, head throbbing, eyes burning, chest heaving in rapid panic sobs. That's such a good description of how you would feel, and I feel like that the author with this sentence here really helps us picture what the character would be feeling. Why? I whimpered. Why can't I wake up? And just then the zombie barked a deep, violent groan. Because it's not a dream. No, the creature wasn't talking to me. I'd put words in its decayed mouth, words that I knew I needed to hear. This isn't a dream. I imagine hearing from the mobile corpse, and it's not an injury or a hallucination. This is a real place, a real world, and you're going to have to accept that to survive. You're right, I said to the ghoul, knowing I was talking to myself, but still thinking that talking to a dead guy was somehow saner. This isn't happening in my head. This is happening. The fragment of a half-remembered song floated through the fog of amnesia. I love that sentence. Fragment. So a piece of a song. You ever got a song stuck in your head, but you not the whole song, just like one line from the song, or maybe even just the tune of the song, and you're like, what's that song? Have I heard that song? Why am I thinking about that song? That's kind of what's happening to her now. It's a weird time to get that song, to have a song pop in your head. Something about finding yourself in a strange place. I couldn't remember all the lyrics, but one stuck clearly in my mind. You may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? I don't know, I admitted. I don't know how I got here or even where here is. Another planet? Another dimension? I don't know, but I know there's no point in denying it anymore. And with that acceptance came this huge wave of calm. And with the calm came a new mantra. Remember, we said mantra is like her saying that she lives by. Panic drowns thought, I told the zombie. So it's time to stop panicking and start figuring out how to survive. All right, remember we said at the first time we talked about it how the titles of the chapters are kind of tell you what the story is going to be about. So we find that that's also true in this chapter. Panic drowns thought. So if you're panicking, you're not able to think clearly. Is basically what she's saying. Okay, so let's go back to our game. We see zombie's still there. Must be daytime or nighttime still. So okay, we know the zombies don't like daytime, and she finds out that too. The zombies always disappear. Oh, here's some of the animals that she meets. Remember, she met a sheep, or a white sheep and a black sheep, actually. Okay. So I'm just going to go back to the hut, kind of let that be home base. Kind of still sounds like the zombies out there, doesn't it? So I'm going to do that so I have a little bit of safety. Okay. So our next chapter that we'll do, and we'll do that again next week, is going to be Don't Assume Anything. Now, since you guys don't have a copy of this book, I can do this and you can't cheat. So I'm just going to ask you to make a prediction about what you think Chapter 3 will be about, knowing the title and how the book is set up. And you know what's happening with her right now. She's actually still trapped in there with the zombie. So I just want you to make a prediction of what might happen. And if you get a chance, also work on that hut if you had not done that yet. If you have done it, see if you can somehow mine enough stuff to create a crafting table, because that's one of the first things that she makes when she actually figures out how to craft is a crafting table. Okay. It was fun just reading to you guys. Hopefully you watch this and are able to participate. And really miss seeing everyone, so I hope everyone's doing good. And send me a message if you get a chance. Just let me know what you think about the videos, and I'll talk to you next week when we do the next one. Thanks.
Gone up the dark